Sound check 1 2 3 testing testing 1 2 3. Sound check 1 2 3 testing testing 1 2 3. Sound check is good. Now hello, namaste everyone. Thanks for joining today's Moksha Mukti live talks. And guess what, today Moksha Mukti also has a telephone line available, and he can take up to 100 callers. And he's dialing the number now. That is 641 area code 715-3276. This is US number, and I'm dialing right now. And those of you who share Moksha Mukti's live video will get
followed by the pound or hash sign
opportunity to earn a one-on-one session with Moksha Mukti. And
please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash sign.
So access code is 736-686 pound.
You entered 736-686. If this is correct, press 1. You are the only participant in the conference.
So okay, so we're live right now. We're live via Facebook and also via phone. So you can dial this number that is listed there, and you can join in, and we can chat over the phone. And we also have who is here? Martin Andre Stramskvist, Sherry Louise Lowe, Anne Flanagan, and Melanie Ramirez. Hello everyone, namaste, thanks for joining. And I just like to remind you that there is a conference number you can call in. This is US number, so you can call that number and get on the conference. The conference is going on right now. So this is right here. There is no one so far. And if you share this feed, and then you have opportunity to get one-on-one access with Moksha Mukti, 15 minutes to 1 hour, 15 minutes to 30 minutes, not 1 hour. So yeah, Martin says namaste. Sherry Louis says namaste my lovely. Namaste my lovely. Anne says hi, namaste Moksha. Do you ever get one of those days when nothing goes right? And I know what you experience, but since that is only experiencing, that experience allows you to experience that for you to function something differently in the future. You see, now enjoy that moment. You see, a lot of things happen in today's Moksha Mukti. He started doing this gathering at 10 o'clock, but he had to step out and do something, you see. And now within that there is some emergency took place, so certainly this is different experiencing. See, enjoy every moment of it, because you're not going to get that experience again. You see, each moment, each experience is different experience. Diana Chan says Namaste. Thank you for being here. Namaste, Diana Chan. Thanks for joining.
You entered access code 736686.
Martin says, is love deadly? No. Anne says, I got disconnected. She told you nothing going right. It's okay, Anne, it's okay. Breathe in, relax. This is not the end of the world. Even though you're not able to be here, it's okay, you see. And those friends in astrology will probably tell you, because there is a Mercury, the planet Mercury is retrograde. It's because of that the communication is going havoc. It's okay. It's okay, and Diane says, sometimes I feel as if I have so much energy inside of me, but also as if I am blocked in releasing it. Yes, Diana, that happens. When you have too much energy, it needs to release it. And there is ways you can release the energy. If you have too much build-up energy, that could cause you problem. That could give you headache. That could give you disease. That could give you stress, unnecessary stress. So in order to release, you can do multiple things. You can exercise, you can do art, you can do music, you can do creative activities, you can engage in sexual activities, and all of them will release your energy. Melanie says, any foreseeable advice on my life purpose would be divinely appreciated. Sadly, ego needs validation, even though I know I am rock bottom, quite honestly. Melanie, you're not rock bottom, okay? Because what that means that there is only, now if you're at the bottom, that means there's only you can go up, okay? Simply do not believe in your thoughts. Give attention to the source that is available to you now, and then see what happens. Even for 15 seconds, do not believe in your thoughts. Give attention to the source, and you see you begin to go upward. Diana says, thank you. You're welcome, Diana. And by the way, I've got the live line right here. You can call this number right here. The number is listed on the top of this page right here. And I'm going to say it again. 641-715-3276 is the phone number, and access code is 736-686#, and you can get access to online. So I can hear your voice. We can chat like this too. I'll see how this goes, because if there's too much disturbance, then I may have to drop it. But you have access available to you now, and if you are mindful, we can continue like that. Kimberly Schaefer says, what do you see with me? Kimberly, what I see in you is there is a thoughts, lots of thoughts causing you problem. Give attention to the source that is available to you now. What you're seeking is not outside. What you're seeking is already within you now in this present moment. Simply give attention to that. It only requires 15 seconds. and see what happens.
You entered access code 7366686.
Jasmine Strikaski says, hey, I don't know what to do about my boyfriend and we are going through a possible breakup. Any advice? I feel like the breakup isn't supposed to happen. Hey Jasmine, thanks for joining. Namaste. Certainly there is some sort of a friction going on between your relationship, but 90% of your thought arising in your mind, they are false. You see, don't believe in them. Simply give attention to the source, and that is available to you now, and it itself will guide you. In thought you are weak, in source you are strong. So whatever happens between you and your boyfriend, you see, either way, either you're reuniting or breaking up, either way your source will guide you. And simply for 15 seconds give attention to that and see what happens. And by the way, I've got the live phone going on here. You can join you can call in. Number is provided. You can call in and you can ask questions directly on the phone.
You entered access code 7366686.
And if you share Moksha Mukti's this live feed, you have opportunity to win one-on-one session with Moksha Mukti. And I'm going to announce the winner now. I think who is here? Sherry Louise Lowe, you are the winner. So let's chat offline after this on the messenger and pick out a right time for you to go one-on-one with Moksha Mukti. 15 minutes to 30 minutes. Okay, so Sherry Louise Love, you are a winner. Because you share Moksha Mukti's live feed and other videos on different groups and your timeline, and you are a winner.
You entered access code 73666.
And I've got another winner also. I'm gonna announce that once I see them here online. And let's see right here. Jack Williams says, what can you see about me? Jack, there is no need to repeat what I see here in 99% of the human, that your thought is consuming you. Your thought is hijacking all your attention, and you're thinking, not really experiencing. Thinking, not experiencing what you want to experience, not experiencing what you really want. So that is what is happening.
You entered access code 7366686.
You see? And the Facebook just crashed on me, so I have to restart to see your comments. But where am I? older comments. I'm not seeing the older comments. Let's see if I can get their older comments. Well, I lost some of the comments because I don't see a couple of comments. So I can see Amo Singh Gatoria. Hey, Amo Singh, say hello, Moksha Mukti. Hey, how are you? Namaste. Jasmine says namaste. Namaste, Jasmine. Ramkrishna Rayengar says, will I become a billionaire? Ram Krishna, why do you want to be billionaire? You see. Jasmine says, thank you. You're welcome, Jasmine. Martin says, what do you see in me? Same with Martin. Everything is repeating in you, Martin. Your thought is repeating you. You go in a circle. You see. And whatever you're wanting, whatever you're desiring is already available to you, and you're seeking something outside, you see, because your thought is taking you for a ride. Amo says, I've been applying for more jobs recently and have a good feeling for one where agency said they would call me for introduction on Friday. Any advice you give me? Yes, keep on applying, Amo. You see, job market, you have to be proactive. Apply. If you apply for, how many jobs do you apply per day? And seek employment advisor, employment career advisor, and, you know, those type of people. But you see, just for the sake of it, how many employment do you seek per day? How many people, how many employment do you apply per day? Amo Singh says, hello, Moksha Mukti ji. Diana says, congratulations, Sherry Lewis Lowe. Yes, Sherry Lewis Lowe is a winner. She is a winner to win 1-on-1 session with Moksha Mukti Apollo. And the reason she won is because she shared Moksha Mukti's live feed multiple times. And because of that, she's a winner. And you can also request 1-on-1 session with Moksha Mukti, and he'll share that link with you now, and you can go and request 1-on-1 session with Moksha Mukti. That is if you want to go deeper, and here's a link for that. Okay. All right. Vivian Oliverio says namaste. Namaste, Vivian. Thanks for joining again. And my back feels much better. How are you today? See, for you, those of you who are suffering back pain, you see, of course, you know, if your severe pain, go see a doctor, and you know, find out what is going on. But a lot of your back pain is causing from muscle something, or bone something, you know. And if you, what I did today was I ran. I don't normally run, but something my body told me to run. I ran, and my back feels much better. Ramakrishna says to travel around the world and help people. Yeah, you don't need $1 billion to do that, Ramakrishna. Michael Watley says, what do you see in my love life? What I see in your love life is, Michael, you are too much worried about the future. Stay in the present moment and enjoy the present moment, and see what happens. Sharon Schultz says, hi. Hi, Sharon. Ramakrishna, even should buy an island and bring in people, ban money, religion, politics. You're imagining, you're dreaming, Ramakrishna. Stay in the present moment, focus present moment. You are too much in the future. You can plan about the future now, but stay in the present moment and give attention to the source. Don't give attention too much to the thought. even for 15 seconds. That's what Moksha Mukti is pointing, and see what happens. There is a possibility for infinite possibilities. There is a possibility for you to experience miracle. Sharon Schultz says, prana or Reiki, which one should I learn? You don't need to learn anything, Sharon. Simply give attention to the source that is observing everything. That is observing your prana, whatever, that is observing your breath, that is observing your heartbeat, that is observing body, mind, feelings, emotions, experience, thought, everything, even outside, everything. The observing is observing everything. Give attention to that, is Moksha Mukti is pointing. Amos says, employment advisors here are not very good. They be in the job center. At this center became very rubbish in the past. Didn't help much in the places where we might need assistance. Hey, you know, you got to keep on applying. There are many employment agency available for you. I said, I ask you, how many you apply per day? Michael say, I already answered that question. Georgina Beshista say, hi Mike, any guidance for me at the moment? Yeah, Moksha Mukti has pointed this again and again, Georgina, that you see, the guidance you're seeking is already available to you now. Give attention to that source that is available to you. That itself will guide you. That itself is the guidance. That itself is the guide available for you. There is no other guide better than that guide within you, and it simply requires your attention. Simply give 15 seconds is what Moksha Mukti is saying. It may require longer, but simply give 15 seconds and see what happens. And by the way, I've got this call right here. No one is on the call right now, but this line is open, and I'm going on this line right here. The number is provided on top of this video. 641. What is that number? 641-715-3276. Number is already provided. Access code is 736-686 pine, and you can join via phone, so we can hear you also. So you have that access available for you right now. Sharon says it's blank screen. Yes, it appears as a blank screen. Simply observe that. Simply observe that. And it may be blind. And out of nowhere, it's possible that something comes to you. There's a possibility. This Moksha Mukti is pointing, and it requires your attention and effort. If you don't give effort and if you don't give attention, it's not going to help you, because now your attention is consumed by your thoughts. All of your energy and attention is consumed or hijacked by your thoughts. That is what is happening. And thought is demanding to know something about the future. And thought will always take you in the future, never in the present. Either it will take you in the future or take you in the past. You see, never in the present moment. And be here and now, give attention to that, is Moksha Mukti is pointing. See if I can keep up with your comments here. Michael Watley say, what do my business life look like in the future? Yeah, Moksha Mukti is not a fortune teller. Do not worry about what will happen in the future. Stay in the present moment and do your job in the future. Stay in the present moment and take care of things in the future, and future will itself take care of you. Dana says, hello Dana, thanks for joining, namaste. Sharon says, okay. Sharon says, I'm okay. Sandra says, good afternoon, what a beautiful day, sending love and light to all. Hey Sandra, you're back. And by the way, Sandra, you are also a winner. Sandra Akburn, you are a second winner to win Moksha Mukti's one-on-one session, 15 minutes to half an hour session. So you won today for sharing Moksha Mukti's live feed to different groups and your page on your wall for multiple times. So you've won one-on-one session. And those who are interested to go one-on-one, Moksha Mukti has provided a link for you to request one-on-one session with him. And Georgina says, thank you. You're welcome, Georgina. Jenkins, Jamie says, hi, Jenkins. And says, what cost me a fortune to ring you? This is US number. Most of the time now you can call. It's a toll-free. Any cell phone can call any number, and it's probably eats up your minutes. If you have a home phone or Skype or some other modus operandi, you can call from there. It's not going to cost you anything, but it's just like a local number. If you have a cell phone, it eats up the minute. You can call briefly and talk and hang up if you want, but the number is available to you. Donna says, anything for me today? Thank you. Donna Lombard, nothing for you, okay? What is there is your thinking. You wanted something in the future. Be here and now in the present moment. What is consuming is your own thought. And give attention for even for 15 seconds and see what happens. You see, Moksha Mukti is repeating, and it seems repeating to a lot of people, and one or two people are coming back and say, hey, Moksha Mukti, you are repeating. Why are you repeating? It is what it is, because a lot of people are asking the same thing. You see, and Moksha Mukti is not a fortune teller or psychic. She is simply pointing you to something that is already available to you now in this present moment. Anne says, I'm in Ireland. Oh, okay, so yeah, so this is gonna cost you, maybe there's a cheap way to for you to dial, there are some cards, cards, or even Skype has a Skype you can buy minutes, it doesn't cost much via Skype, and you like if you want to do one-on-one session in the future, Moksha Mukti prefers to do Skype, and today two people won. One was Sherry Lewis Love and Sandra Agburn. They won one-on-one session with Moksha Mukti. So if you win, or if you want to participate or request one-on-one session with Moksha Mukti in the future, then you have to have either phone or Skype. Skype is free, by the way, if you to do two-way, and you can call from Skype. It's a lot less expensive for you. Pooja Bachani says, hello Pooja, thanks for joining again. Namaste. Michael says, thank you. You're welcome, Michael. Sandra Agborn says, thank you. What a wonderful gift. Blessings to you. You're welcome, Sandra. So we'll chat later on to see what time will work for you. We have some schedule open tomorrow, so we can chat for tomorrow. Do one-on-one session tomorrow. We can chat online and set a schedule. Donna Lombard says, thank you. You're welcome, Donna. Pamela Hinson says, how are you doing? Doing well. How are you, Pamela? Arlene Aguilar says, can you tell me, will I be single forever? Pamela, doing well. Thank you. Arlene, no, Arlene, there is always someone for you. Don't believe in your thoughts. Give attention to the source. Source itself will guide you. See if I can place this over here. No, maybe over here. Sherry says, thank you so much. I am so happy. Well, you deserved it, Sherry. You've been coming here every day. You've been sharing Moksha Mukti live feed, and you won. Pamela says, where are you from? Pamela Moksha Mukti Apollo was born in Kathmandu, Nepal, where Buddha was born. But he's been living in the United States for the last 30 years. And he's based in Dallas, Texas. How about you? Pamela says, where are you from? Pamela Moksha Mukti Apollo was born in Kathmandu, Nepal, where Buddha was born. But he's been living in the United States for the last 30 years. And he's based in Dallas, Texas. How about you?
You entered access code 736686.
And Moksha Mukti is not going to speak until something reveals to him in his so-called revelation occurs, or something you type in a comment section, and from there, that pushes Moksha Mukti's button, and that he speaks. Pamela says, "I am from NY. I lived in NY. I lived in New York City. Where are you? What part of New York are you from, Pamela?" Michael says, how are you feeling about the America event last few months? Michael, Moksha Mukti is not here to talk about politics or country status, you see. So he's not going to speak regarding that. He's here to speak about life experience, your direct life experience. How are you feeling about the America event last few months? Michael, Moksha Mukti is not here to talk about politics or country status, you see. So he's not going to speak regarding that. He's here to speak about life experience, your direct life experience. Arlene Aguilar says, will my financial picture improve? Arlene, financial picture or finance is energy. It is not object. It is an energy. And it attracts, you attract finance unconsciously. Well, I don't want to say that. Let's take that back. What Moksha Mukti is pointing to you, Arlene, is that the energy is there, and what attracts energy is already available to you. Now give attention to that. That source itself will attract energy, and finance is also energy. Do not worry about the future. Be here in the present moment and take care of everything. Take care of everything in the present, then finance, whatever, will take care of you. Take care of your situation now and give attention to the source, even for 15 seconds while you're here. This phone's been going on, but no one's calling.
You entered access code 736.
See if I can Pamela says, do you ever come to New York? There's no reason for me to come to New York now, Pamela, unless someone requests live gathering like this in your city. And then, Moksha Mukti come to give live gathering like this that we're doing online. That's the only time Moksha Mukti may come to New York. But are you in New York City or like somewhere in the suburb? But I lived in the New York City before. It's a Baldwin, Long Island. Is that LI, Long Island? Andrew says, how can I meditate better? Andrew, Moksha Mukti is not teaching you meditation. He's simply pointing you to something that you already have available, and it simply requires your attention. You see, and simply give your attention to that is what he's pointing to. And Francine Pierce O'Brien says, feeling a bit lost thanks to your light. You're welcome, Francine. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. Namaste. Arlene, thank you. Have a beautiful day from Alice, Texas. Oh, Alice, Texas. Moksha Mukti is in Dallas, Texas. Not too far from you, Arlene. Thanks for joining today. Diana Chan says, perhaps the phone isn't perhaps the phone isn't ringing because the number isn't being displayed on the page. You said it's visible on the top of the page, but I don't think all of us can see it. Oh, someone is on the line here.
Yes, I am.
Who's on call?
This is the work on the bank call.
Huh?
The work on the bank call.
Hey, Davar Kaladenko, thanks for joining. How are you today?
I'm okay, much better. Thank you so much. And thank you for listening to my daughter Sylvia. I think she's 2 years old. I think she's doing a little better. She's talking a little better since you give her blessings.
How old is she?
Every day.
How old is she?
She's 52 years old, 14.
Oh, she's a 52-year-old.
52, yes. And
Oh.
watching you, she's right here. She was having multiple seizures. Also gave her own seizure drugs. Be okay.
Okay, so how is she doing now?
She's doing a little better. She said, this morning, come on, I love you. And she's not been talking now. She's talking a little better.
Oh, okay, that's good. He Moksha Mukti, he prayed for you yesterday also.
Thank you so much. I have a lot of problems. I can't lose weight. I eat very healthy. We have a organic garden and everything. And I can't lose weight. I don't know what's going on with me.
Okay. Well, you take care of yourself, or you both take care of yourself, okay?
And thank you. We're watching you for everything. Thank you. We love you.
No problem. Yep, same to you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
You're
Bye.
welcome. Yeah, so we have Davarka Ladenko. She joined, she called, and she called and she said she wanted to thank me because Moksha Mukti prayed for her daughter. She's going through multiple seizures and she's doing fine today. Again, hope she will get better. So you can call the number and we can chat.
You entered access code 736.
And that is available for you. Francis says, feeling a lot lost, thanks for your light. Okay, I just read that. Diana. Oh, Diana, so someone just called me now, while I was reading your comment, that I chatted with Davarka Ladenko. So, you see, you just dial the number is provided for you on top of the, I'm going to put this in a comment also, okay? So, I'm going to put this in the comment So you can see the number. And now you can see the number and access that is provided for you. And Davarka Ladenkus was called, and we chatted. And on this call, on this conference call, I can take up to 100 callers. So even multiple people call in, it's okay because this is conference line, and multiple people can call in. Pamela Moksha Mukti just put a comment, shared his number on the comment, and it's also on the top of the page. Miriam Perez says, what do you see for me, please? Miriam, just like anyone else, okay? Just like anyone else, you are consumed by your thought. Give attention to the source that is available to you. That itself will guide you. You are anticipating, and that is causing you the problem. Stay here and now in the present moment. Do not worry about something in the future. Worry about something that you can take care of now in the present moment, and that itself will take care of the future. Simply give attention to what is now. Hey, somebody's on the call right now. Who's there?
This is Andrew Zachariah Head.
Hey Andrew, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty good, man. This is just kind of interesting to see on my Facebook page, so I just want to check it out.
All right. So that's good. Thanks for joining. Any questions, comment, concern for Moksha Mukti?
So over the last few months, I was kind of devastated and depressed in my life because I lost a job that I really, really loved doing.
Hey Andrew, how are you?
And recently, I regained that light back. And my question is, how do I maintain and keep that light so I won't go in that dark spot again?
That's a really good question, Andrew. Do not feel saddened. Do not feel bad. Simply experience what is here and now. Don't give attention to the thought. Don't believe in the thought, because thought is lying to you. Thought is saying, I want to go back to where I was before. Because thought, that is nature of the thought, that is the nature of the mind to feel good all the time. But in the reality, it doesn't work like that. In the reality, it's just a dance of quantum. It is just simply dancing, simply happening, you see. And in this happening, in this dance, sometimes it takes you to the lower place, sometimes it takes you to the higher place. It is simply dance, and no one is in higher place all the time. Even the rich people, rich celebrities, you've seen time after time again, Michael Jackson, Prince, Robin Williams, all these people, they also experience high time and low time. Rich people, famous people, not only you. So see, all this are ups and downs. Simply give attention to what is here now in the present moment, and while you're in the present moment, you can experience something extraordinary here. And don't believe in your thoughts even for a few seconds, 15 seconds, and see what happens. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for joining. So that was Andrew just joined. So you also have opportunity to actually talk lively. Actually, I prefer you talk lively. Then I don't have to scroll all that. And it's better for Moksha Mukti's back. You see. So I can just hear you instead of reading all that thing. Which is okay. I mean, I can read all that, but I prefer you do call, but it's okay if you don't have access to it. I can read your comments and speak from there. Marian Prajesh says thank you. You're welcome, Marian. Dado Panda says hi, I'm new here. Hello Dado, thanks for joining. Namaste. And Moksha Mukti is simply pointing you to something that is available to you now in this present moment. And just going back to Andrew and Davarka's life, you see, we all go through life. We all go through ups and downs, you see. But the mind, it's a sensual. It likes sensuality, and it always likes to have a pleasure all the time, constantly, and that is causing you the problem. That is causing you the depression. Stay here now. If you lose your job, apply for many jobs. There are many opportunities. Nowadays there are many opportunities online. There are a lot of employment agencies. Go talk to them. Call them up. Fill out application online. Apply as many jobs and you'll get your job back. You see? But in the meantime, don't be saddened. Don't be... Because now, if you believe in a thought will say, hey, you're pathetic. You had a job before, now you don't have a job. Now you're pathetic. Now that's only thought saying that. That's not the reality. You see, in the source, you are a beautiful person. You are already available. You are capable in the source. But the thought is lying to you. You see. And what Moksha Mukti is pointing, while you're here, you came here for a reason. Don't believe in the thoughts even for 15 seconds and see what happens. Sarah Land says namaste. Namaste, Sarah. Thanks for joining. And multiple people sending friend request. And there were two winners today. First was Sherry Louis Love. Sherry Love. See if I can pronounce your name here from... I know we're talking about Sherry. And the second person is Sandra Agburn. So two of you, you won 1-on-1 session with Moksha Mukti. You see, for 15 minutes to 1 hour. And we're going to conduct this 1-on-1 session. We're going to chat offline. We're going to conduct 1-on-1 session, 15 minutes to half hour via Skype, telephone, or Facebook Messenger, and we'll talk about that after this session, live session. Sarah Land says, I don't have a questions right now. Is there any thoughts for me, Moksha? No, Sarah. If you don't have any questions, that means you're at peace. You see, there's no need to provoke you. So if you have a question, simply put a comment, or you can call now. There's a number provided for you. You can call the conference number and we can chat. Maria Sistong Phillips says, hello Maria, thanks for joining again. Multiple people coming back here again and again. And so from tomorrow, Moksha Mukti will do multiple 1-on-1 sessions, but out of that, he's going to do two multiple sessions with no charge, because you won. Because you share Moksha Mukti's live video on different groups, different pages, multiple times. So because of that, Moksha Mukti is rewarding you, and it is what it is, that you won. I like when people call like that and ask questions. That I don't have to read, that reading and scrolling and that causing strain on Moksha Mukti's back. And this service or whatever you want to call this. This is simply happening. You see, this happening is Moksha Mukti is doing for free. It's not costing you anything. You see, but one-on-one session, to request one-on-one session, you do have to donate some amount of money. He's not going to say any amount of money. You can donate whatever you can to request one-on-one session, and we can do half-hour session, 1 hour session, depending on situation. So, but right now this session is free for you, and has been happening every day for almost a month. Almost a month. This has been happening almost every day, even Saturday and Sundays. This is happening. And I know some of the video are disappearing from Facebook, and Moksha Mukti reported to Facebook, hey, there are 4 videos, recent videos are missing. Maybe they'll come back and open that. And all the videos are uploaded on the YouTube also, and the videos are uploaded on Moksha Mukti's website. And that website link is shared just on this comment here for you. See, you have to use whatever is available to you. In the source, everything is available to you. See, this conference right here, this is free call. Although it's going to eat up some minutes from my cell phone, this service is free. You see? And so I've got this live talk that is going on right now via Facebook, thanks to Facebook. And this live via freeconferencecall.com that is going on. And also, I can see your chat. I can see your messages, comments. So everything is dynamically happening, you see, and creating all this dynamism for this group. You see, this is true. What Moksha Mukti is saying is the truth. It's a true association. What is happening is true association. However, validate and verify what Moksha Mukti is saying. Do not accept this as it is. Although you may be able to use his phrases, you can use them. However, validate and verify before it becomes truth for you. He says it is truth, it becomes truth for you when you validate. Dad Panda says, I have problems between husband and in life. What can you see about that? Well, I see 2 things in you, Dado. And Moksha Mukti is not a psychic. He is not a astrologer or fortune teller. But what I see here, with reading your comment, is that there is 2 things happening within you. One, you are imagining or assuming that there is a problem between you and a husband. In the reality, there may be a problem. In the synthetic reality, there is no problem. In the synthetic reality, man-made reality, there may be a problem, because now man and woman, husband and wife, is an institution created by the society for you to function in there. And in there, then you are either imagining or assuming there is a problem between you and your husband. If there is a really problem, then the problem is if something causing your husband to do, I don't know the detail, but like if he has a problem causing you the problem, that problem is stemming from his thought. You see, not him, his thought. And your thought is assuming or saying this is real. You see, then there's a thought involved. And if you believe in the thought, 90% of thoughts are false, 90% of thoughts are fascist, critical, negative, and all that thought is actually causing you more harm than the real situation. The real situation may be only 10%, but the 90% of the situation, the problem is created by the thought. You see? And the life, you do not know anything about the life, and that is life. You're assuming what is life. You do not know anything about the life. The life is simply happening. There is a tremendous energy behind that life that is living now. You do not know what that is. Thought wants to know what that is. You do not know. Thought does not know. Thought will never understand that. The life living itself, that authenticity in you is already there. That's what Moksha Mukti is pointing. That authenticity that is there, that is expressing right now. The authenticity itself gives you authority to express And that's what Moksha Mukti is expressing. And same authority, same authenticity is already available to you now in this present moment. Eulalia says, hello, namaste. Namaste, Eulalia. Thanks for joining. How are you today? And we have third winner today. By the way, you are a winner, Eulalia. So there are multiple people won. So you are a winner to win one-on-one session with Moksha Mukti. So you're the third winner today to win, because you've shared Moksha Mukti's live feed and other videos multiple times, different groups and your wall and different places. So because of that, you won one-on-one session. We'll chat later to schedule you one-on-one session tomorrow, or whenever you are free next. Sisi Iron says namaste. Namaste, Sisi. Thanks for joining. Andrew says, I can feel the energy flow within myself when I just let my thoughts pass. Thank you and namaste. Yes. Namaste. And that energy itself will guide you to apply for more job and come back to where you need to come back. You see? And everything passes, all this passes. Even the good time passes, bad time passes, just like the cloud in the skies. You see, simply happening. Quantum dancing, universe dancing, and we're experiencing all these experiences, and each moment is teaching you something. Dado says, thanks a lot. You're welcome, Dado. Eulalia says, great. Yep, Eulalia, congratulations. You're the third winner today. And we'll chat offline later on, and schedule a one-on-one session and different modus operandi, how to do one-on-one session, either via phone or via Skype or Facebook Messenger. But Moksha Mukti prefers to do via Skype. So those the two winners, you can download the Skype, and if you have a video camera, we can chat live, and we can do one-on-one session like that, and that's much effective. He prefers that way. Sabita Prasad says, hi Sabita, thanks for joining. Namaste. Eulalia writes, how do I schedule the session? Well, just hang tight. We'll chat offline after this session is over. We'll chat and Moksha Mukti will give you more information. And those of you who want to do one-on-one session with Moksha Mukti for however long, half an hour, you can go to his website, and he has provided the link on this comment section here. You can go there and request one-on-one session, and we can go one-on-one session, go deeper, for you to experience the source, recognize the source. You see. And there's two people who joined the telephone, and you have that access also. You can join the telephone, and we can chat. And I think that's more powerful than the comment. But it's okay. You can comment. If you don't access, if you're out of the country or something, so of course you can write comment, and Moksha Mukti will speak regarding that. And he's been speaking for almost actually over an hour. So it's time. My throat is a little dry here, so cheers.
Access code 7366686.
Sandra.
You entered access code 736686.
I'm chatting with the winner right now. Laverne, Kara is writing something. Hello Laverne, thanks for joining. Namaste. Says, do you know anything about the Mandela effect and what does it mean for us? Thank you. Laverne, Moksha Mukti does not do Mandala effect. Moksha Mukti does not recommend Mandala effect. But if you want to do it, do it. He's not against it. However, whatever you're seeking through Mandala effect, yoga, sadhana, meditation, it's already available to you now in the present moment. Why do you want to go that modus operandi when something simple, effective is available to you now? You see? It simply requires your attention to the source. Even for 15 seconds, don't believe in a thought. Give attention to the source and see what happens. You're likely to be able to experience profound experience. You'll be likely to experience the source. You'll be likely to see the source. And whatever you are seeking is already available to you. Nothing is out there. You see, the Mandela effect, this, that is only to fool you. And yes, they may give you a little bit different experiencing. They may. But that experience is not what you're really seeking. It may make you feel good. And you may only be seeking to feel good. And you can do multiple things to feel good. You can watch a movie. You can eat sweets. You can eat ice cream. You can do multiple things to feel good. And that is one of them. You see. Or even simply drink a water, glass of this water is going to make you feel good. You see? So if you're seeking to feel good, well, those modus operandi may help you to feel good, but ultimately, you see, you are longing to come home, longing to see the source, experience the source, recognize the source, because you are the source in the reality. Your mind, body is just the aspect of who you are. You see, and it's appearing in the source. It's appearing in your consciousness. It's appearing in your mind. You see, even mind, body is appearing. You see, it's just the experience created for you. You see. Lisa Lopez says, hey Lisa, how are you? Thanks for joining again. Lindsay May holler back. I need reading glasses. Looks like Hollenbeck. How are you, Lindsay? You coming back here again multiple times. So are you, Lisa. And Nicholas Smith say question mark. What are you asking, Nicholas? And you have many modus operandi to join this session. You can chat on this live session. You can call. Moksha Mukti has already provided number for you to make a phone call. And there's a conference lines. You can multiple people can call and join in at the one time. And you can also chat via messenger. If you want to remain anonymous, chat, and Moksha Mukti will only read you the question. He's not going to read your name. He's only going to read the question. So if you want to stay anonymous, just simply send a message. Miriam Perez says, hey, please don't miss any comment. Hey, Marianne, Moksha Mukti is doing his best. So if you feel that Moksha Mukti missed his comment, you can call. The number is provided for you, or request one-on-one session with Moksha Mukti so we can go deeper. Otherwise, I got to protect my back, you see, and I'm doing my best to read all the questions. Moksha says, I have lived with chronic pain for 25 years. I am finding it harder and harder to enjoy the simplest thing in life. The doctors have done everything they can and have reduced it by 50%, but it is so hard to enjoy anything when I am limited. What can I do? How can I learn to tolerate this? Well, Deborah, you see, in the reality, the pain is caused by your thought. The pain in the physiological level is there, yes, that Moksha Mukti does not deny. Pain is there, is 10% of the pain, you can tolerate it. But your thought is exaggerating pain, making you unbearable. You see, so simply Moksha Mukti is pointing, don't believe in your thought, give attention to the source. In there, when you recognize the source, when you experience the source, those pain only become sensation for you. You see, you can simply, everything that you want to enjoy is already there available to you. The source of all the enjoyment is already there available for you, and this may be the exact thing what you're looking for all your life. And actually you are looking for this all your life. You see, not maybe, you are looking for this all your life. Everything you are seeking to be home to the source, to recognize the source, to experience the source, to see the source. And in that recognition, your pain can be minimized. But in the same time, do multiple things. Like for example, even Moksha Mukti experienced this back pain for almost 2 weeks. And sometimes the pain becomes sensation, sometimes the pain is painful. Because when the thought involves, the pain becomes, it volumizes the pain. It becomes unbearable. And it limits a lot of things. It limits your ability to experience other things. It puts a limit on you, because the thought is doing that. You see, and even like running, like Moksha Mukti ran today. He doesn't usually run. He takes a walk, but he ran for even for 15 minutes. The back felt better. You see, because now what is happening? It needed a little bit of exercise. You see, and the pain went away. And the pain, like by sitting down too long, the pain appears. And now he's changing his modus operandi. Instead of reading this comment, he's also providing phone calls. And by having the phone calls now, it's not too much strain on the back. You see, now reading the comment, it sits like you have to put a pressure on the back and read. You see, and you can avoid such things. That even your body will tell you what to do. Your body has tremendous intelligence. It sends you signal to make it make it right for you. You see. And again, this is not a medical advice. This is not any advice. This is simply Moksha Mukti is pointing you to something that is already available to you. Simply pointing. Marian Perez says, I need to know if my husband will sign the paper for me or not. Miriam, that is a question to your legal advisor, not Moksha Mukti. You see, whatever happening is simply happening. Your situation is simply happening. And stay here in the present moment. Don't believe in your thoughts, and you will go sooner than you think. Because now what is delaying you is your own thought. Thought is thinking it. Thought is actually making it look like it's delayed. You see, and it is what it is. It's going to take its own duration in its own natural time. Lisa Lopez says, "Yep, it's true, Deborah." Yeah, that's Moksha Mukti already spoke regarding Deborah's comment and question. If you have further questions, feel free to ask again. There is no problem to ask again, or you can call and ask again. Moksha Mukti prefers that you call. It's much easier on his back. You see.
7366686.
Nagina Siddiq says, I am trying to leave a 22 years marriage. I cannot leave this person as he is very manipulative. How do I live free? I am tired of loving for others. I want to live for myself. Nagina, Moksha Mukti is not a marriage counselor. However, what I see here is that what causing you the problem is your own thought. And of course, there is a... Hey, someone just joined. Who just joined? Who? Andrew, you join again?
Yes, again.
Okay.
Thank you for allowing me for this opportunity. I do have another question, and that question is, how do I pay attention? Like, what do I look for to know that I'm actually paying attention to the source? In the present moment?
Yeah. See, this is not easy. Although it's easy, but it's not easy because your thought, it's not for your thought. So thought is saying all these things. Thought is saying all this negative thing. Hey, maybe this is not what it is. Hey, Andrew, you need to get something. You need to do better than this. You need to go somewhere else. See, thought is all saying all these negative things. Simply observe everything. And it may seem like it's nothing. It may seem the source is nothing. It may seem the source is weak. It may seem source is powerless. You see, yet there is some experiencing. It may seem, oh, this is not for me. I'm not feeling good. You see, this may seem like you're not feeling good, but give attention to that. You see, this may be longer process for some of you, but some of you it's not. If you stay with it, then what happens? You see, you observe everything. In that observing, everything will be revealed to you. Maybe sometimes slowly, sometimes faster. It depends on individual and how much effort you give. You see. Even it feels like, you're wasting your time, but observe everything. Observe even the thoughts that is coming to your head. Right now, the thought you asked me, observe that. You see, instead of releasing it, you can still observe that. And you'll be surprised that the question falls off from your consciousness.
Okay. Yes. I forgot my answer now. All right. Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste. All right. So Moksha Mukti will take... Moksha Mukti will take a Moksha Mukti will take the phone call questions over the reading questions because it's easier on his back. Okay, it's a lot easier. So anyway, going back to Najina's question. So you see, what is causing you the thought? So if that person is bothering you, that person in the marriage, there is two of you. It's an institution. So other person causing you something coming from his thought. You see, so there is a thought involved, his thought and your thought may be assuming or imagining that there is a problem, and there may be a really problem. And if there is a problem, your problem is exaggerated by your thought 90% of the time, and you can simply do not believe in the thought and just give attention to the source that is available to you now, and the source itself will guide you. And source itself will create infinity possibilities for you. Source itself will create miracle for you to be whatever you want to be. You see. So, see, Moksha Mukti is not giving you advice. He is simply pointing you to something that you already have available to use that. You see, just like, hey, this telephone line is available. And some of you are utilizing. I think there's 2 or 3 people they call and ask questions. And Moksha Mukti will take the call question first because that's easier. But if you're out of country, yes, Moksha Mukti will take your questions. Or if you're busy, like you can make a phone call or something, then yes, Moksha Mukti will read your comment. Amore Gonzalez is back again. Hey Amore, thanks for joining. He says great answer. You're welcome, Amore. By the way, the phone number, conference number is already provided in the comment section. It's also on the top of the page, on top of the video. If we just close the video, then you'll see it's on the top of the video. The number is there. It's also in the comment section. You can call the number and he's going to take that question first. And he's going to read the comment later because now that's easier on his back, you see. And Moksha Mukti prefers to do one-on-one session because that, see, we can go deeper on one-on-one. Right now, we're just touching the surface. See, we're not even going near to the source. Although, one or two or three of you here out of this so many people may actually experience the source. And other people, you can't experience the source because now your thought is not dominating. And you can't break free from the thought. And you're going in a cycle. And see, those of you who are coming here, you see, I assume this is your free time. You see, don't be coming here if you're busy or something. You see, go do your own thing. Only come here if you have free time. You see, and if you're busy, you got to do something. Go do something. You don't have to be here. This is simply happening. Lisa says you get yourself a support network, Regina, and start making an exit strategy. Okay, Moksha Mukti is not saying that, but that's Lisa's recommendation. But Moksha Mukti is not recommending you anything. He's simply pointing you to something that is available. That itself will guide you, whatever you need to do. And in there, maybe it's recommendations will pour in like Lisa is recommending you. You see, but Moksha Mukti is not recommending you anything. He's simply pointing you to something that is available. That itself will guide you. And no one can guide you better than that source, you see. And that is available to you now in this present moment, here. Not in the past, not in the future, now. So there were three winners, Eulalia, Sandra, and Sherry. They won a free one-on-one session with Moksha Mukti, and he has already communicated with them via chat. And after this session, he will share all the details to how to schedule the session. Lisa says you cannot control other people's behavior, only yours. It's a choice to get out. You gotta dig deep and find the courage to do so. Oh. I just ended the conference line. Somehow I ended the conference line because I had another call. So I'm going to call again 641-715-3276. And the access code is 736686 pound.
You entered 736686. press 1. You are the only participant in the conference.
Okay, so conference line is back on. Somehow someone called and I declined to take that call, and it hung. It hung up. So I had to restart this session. Lisa Lopez says she gotta trust that the source will guide her, and it will. Yeah, that's what Moksha Mukti is pointing. He's not giving any recommendations. He's only giving you pointers. You see, and there are multiple people are willing to help you in this situation. But the best source, only you know your situation. Only you know how to act on it. Only trust yourself. Yes, and that self is mistaken by thought. A lot of time your source is mistaken by the thought, and thought lies to you, and do not trust your thoughts. 90% of thoughts are lying to you. Multiple friend requests today.
3, 6, 6, 8, 6.
Again, this is just a touching on a surface. You see, this is still too superficial. You see, the conversation I am receiving, the comment I receive is still too superficial. There is yet to go deeper, and that is for the thought. Thought thinks the source is deep, because thought will never understand it, thought will never get it. But thought thinks it's deeper, because now, you see, this is beyond thought. The source is beyond thought, so that's why it thinks deep. And see, we're not going nowhere near deep, just a superficial. However, you have opportunity to go deeper, one-on-one with Moksha Mukti. You can request one-on-one session with Moksha Mukti via his website link that he is provided, or just like there were 3 winners today, you can share this live feed to different groups, and you have opportunity to win free session with Moksha Mukti. So there were actually there were multiple chances: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Out of 19 people, 3 people won. So that's like 1 out of 6. 1 out of 6 is what? 30%. 30% probability of winning. Not all the time, but in this situation there were 30% probability winning, and you won. 3 people won today. And we can go one-on-one session, and we can go deeper. And in there, and then there's a possibility for you to actually recognize the source, possibility for you to experience this infinite possibilities, and possibility for you to create miracle in life. And that is possible to you now. He's not saying it's not possible now. It is possible to you now. However, it may not happen to you. Only 1 or 2 or 3 people come out say it's happening to me.
You entered access code 7, 3.
And Moksha Mukti is giving this opportunity for you to go deeper. Simply request one-on-one session for him via his website, or simply share his live videos to different groups that you're a member, and share to your wall or whatever, and your name will be placed here on the list, and it will be you'll be announced when the winner is selected, or happened. And those of you who asked the question about Mandela effect, you see, this is a meditation. What is happening to Moksha Mukti is meditation. It is natural meditation. Moksha Mukti is in natural state of being. And through this natural state of being, this natural meditation is created. He is meditating while speaking. Because what he is pointing to you is gonna provide that natural meditation for you also, ultimately. And when you meditate, your pain may go away. Because right now there is no pain in the body. You see? In the total meditation, there is no pain in the body. But whenever thought comes in, it brings the pain. Because thought likes to exaggerate everything. And you can actually experience that pain through the thought. You see? And in meditation, your pain may minimized. I think the lady who asked a question about the pain, chronic pain, maybe try artificial meditation. That may be able to help you. But what Moksha Mukti is pointing you, natural meditation is easy. But if you don't see how to do that, if you don't give attention to that, it is simple. Even 15 seconds is what is pointing out. You can do artificial meditation. You know, many people offer that service, and through there you can minimize your pain. You see, but this is simple. This is Moksha Mukti is pointing, and because this is simple, majority of you will not accept this, because you are conditioned to believe something complicated, to believe in something complicated. And when it's something simple, you don't believe it. Lisa Lopez writes, I am doing a webinar for my women's empowerment group. Will you be a guest speak for me, please? Lisa, send me all the details, what time and everything, and you know, if I'm available, I'll be honored to be guest speaker on your group.
You entered access code 736686.
And your comments, question, concern is actually pushing Moksha Mukti's button for him to speak. So he speaks for two reasons. Well, to give you minor information, you know, which is just the minor trivial information, you know, that's not why he's here. Or something happens to his revelation, something occurs to his consciousness that reveals something to him, so-called revelation occurs, then he speaks. Or he speaks when you put a comment on the comment section, or if you call, there is a calling number is provided to you, and up to 100 people can join in via this conference call. And Moksha Mukti prefers you join conference call because that's easier. It's easier on his back. And a lot of things can be conveyed over the phone because, you know, you type, your voice reveals something, you see. Andrew Zachariah here says, I believe. Andrew, Moksha Mukti is not asking you to believe. Moksha Mukti is not here to project you to believe. Moksha Mukti is not creating any propaganda for you to believe. Simply he is pointing, and he knows he is speaking the truth. And then that becomes truth to you when you see that in your own functionality. And maybe you have seen that in your own functionality, you have validated and you have verified, and then you say you can believe. Yes, then you say that is truth for you. Otherwise, this is not truth to you. It is truth to Moksha Mukti. This is true gathering. Moksha Mukti is speaking the truth. It is only truth to you once you see that in your functionality, because 90% of time, 99% of time, humans are fooled by their own thought. they are lying to themselves. You see, humans are lying to themselves. You see, only few of you, because of the situation in life, either through pain or suffering or in loss or calamity, some situation, you want to come to the trumps and be true to yourself. Because 99% time you are lying to yourself. Because thought lies. You see, and that's what Moksha Mukti is pointing. Lisa Lopez say, awesome, thank you. Yes, Lisa, send me details in the messenger, and we can be in touch. It's time to drink water. See, water is good. Water and air, Majority of you prefer to drink vitamin water or some other sugar added juice or some drink, But Moksha Mukti drinks water. Only now and then he drinks a little bit of a orange juice or a lemon juice. He drinks lemon juice. That reminds me to drink a lemon juice today. And you see, in life, everything is happening ups and down, you see. You wanting to feel good all the time is actually causing you problem. You see. Because feeling good, so-called feeling good, is just the energy in the body. It's a sensation in the body. And that has duration. It comes and goes. It has its own duration. And you do not know the duration. Just like, do you know how long it's going to rain? I mean, you can predict if there's a dark cloud, the rain is going to last long. Even that, you see, like today, it's not raining, but tomorrow it may rain, and you do not know how long it's going to rain. Similarly, that sensation, even feeling good sensation or feeling bad sensation, appears in the body, and you do not know the duration of that. You trying to get rid of that sensation from the body is causing you the problem. In the reality, there is no problem. Sandra Bamberry says, hello, awesome. Well, thank you, Sandra, but Moksha Mukti is not anybody special. He is simply and simple. He is simply a simple, ordinary man. See, simply expressing the authenticity expressed by the existence or the universe or the source. All the expression is authentic expression expressed through that authority of the life energy. And that energy, you already have it available within you also. And that's what he's pointing to you. And you wanting to seek something outside is causing the problem, but in the reality is you are seeking something that is already available to you now. Don Tapia. Hey Don, you're back after many days, and thanks for coming back again. Writes, hey there, good to see you again. Many blessings to you. Namaste. Have a beautiful day. Same to you, Don. Thanks for joining again, and namaste.
You entered access code 7366686.
So I got the conference line going on. At one time, 100 people can join this conference line and ask questions. And Moksha Mukti prefer you ask questions via conference line. It's easier on Moksha Mukti's back, and he's gonna take the question, phone questions before he's gonna take the comment questions, written questions. It's easier on his back. So now you have to read something that causes stress on Moksha Mukti's back. So that line is available to you. 3 people have already called today, and even the calling has a voice. Voice also tells you something just by reading comment. You see, and that number is shared on the top of this page. It says Moksha Mukti is up now, live, for 1 hour, and Moksha Mukti have a live talks, ask some questions about life experience. You can call. That number is shared on top of this page, and that number is also provided on the comment section. So, and I'm going to provide that number again one more time. If you missed.
You entered access code 7366686. You entered access code 7366686.
I'm chatting with the winners. After this live session, he's going to provide all the details of when and how and where to do one-on-one live session. And most likely it's going to be online unless you live close by here, which I doubt it. Martin Andre says, hey, namaste. Hey, Martin. Namaste. Thanks for joining again. Don writes, at first when I listened to you, I thought to myself, what is he talking about? Not only you, Don, there are multiple people who report that same thing. Even his close friends and family also said that to him. But then after really listening to you, I got where you were coming from and really listened to what you had to say. So I just wanted to let you know what my first impression was, which was not the correct one. Love your presence here and want to thank you. You're welcome, Don. That same statement is not only you, majority people have said that to Moksha Mukti. What the hell you're talking about? What the heck are you talking about? I don't understand. His own family member, and some family member said, hey, Moksha Mukti, you are in a high level. Hey, while you were talking, come to our level and talk to us. He says, no, Moksha Mukti is not high level. Moksha Mukti is one level. There is only one level, you see. And you are in the third level. Maybe that's what it is. So yeah, it has happened. It has happened to him multiple times since this revelation occurred. And his own family members said, hey, when Moksha comes here, say I'm not here, you see, because all the time he's talking like this. And yes, at one point during 2012 or around 2012, Moksha Mukti used to talk like this all the time. But nowadays he doesn't talk like this. He only talks in gathering like this, or something occurs in his conversation, something pushes his button, something happens, then he talks like this. But he talks normally, you see, to his friends and family nowadays. But before, one time he was talking like this all the time, and people are reporting back to him, what the hell are you talking about? I don't understand. But there is something there, like you reported, Don, that majority of people coming back and reported to Moksha Mukti. Yes, there is something there, and this is simply the expression of the existence authentically. This is authentic expression of the existence, you see, simply happening. And that same source is already available to you now. That's what Moksha Mukti is pointing. Sandra says you need to drink water, your energy is getting low. No, Sandra. That is just an assumption. You think energy is getting low. No, that is experiencing. Authentically you are experiencing, and it is appearing to you energy is low. No. You see, Moksha Mukti only speaks when there is a revelation is occurred, or someone pushes his button, like you're pushing Moksha Mukti's button. That's the only time he speaks. Otherwise he's going to remain silent. And for you, looks like this is low energy. No, that's a mistake. That's a mistake of thought. Thought is saying that, and he's pointing out to many people. He has pointed out to specifically Andrew, who called twice on the phone. You see, feeling low is not a problem, but the thought is saying there is a problem. You see, and it's okay to feel low energy. You see, in there is a revelation. There is something giving you experience, because now everything in life is high energy, low. It's not going up, it's not constant. It up and down, and that's probably a pointer for you to see that experiencing. It appears as a low energy, you see, because there is a duration, and then that disappears and appears as a high energy. Now it's appearing as a high energy because there is a Moksha Mukti's button is pushed. There is a stimulation. You see, that stimulation, your comment is a stimulation provided Moksha Mukti to speak, or sometime the intangible stimulation appear anywhere from the galaxy can allow Moksha Mukti to speak, and it appears like high energy. No, it's not like that. But anyway, thanks for pointing. But the water is finished here. See, there is no more water. I need to get up and go down, get down some more water, and which is okay. It's time to get up anyway. So I think that's a good pointer to point out regarding Sandra's comment. So there is a good point. Everyone who is watching, those who will watch this video later, pay attention to that comment, that phrase is. Eulalia writes, I have to leave soon. Can I call this number later to schedule this session? No, Eulalia, Moksha Mukti, send him something via chat. We'll chat on the messenger, just like I already sent you a chat. Yes, I did. And we'll chat and actually leave 2 or 3 best time for you to have this session. 3 time. And actually all of you, Sherry, Sandra, and who else was that? And Eulalia. So yeah, please leave 3 time best time for you to have this session. So out of these 3 times, Moksha Mukti is gonna find one schedule. If that works for you, works for him, then we can come to the agreement to do one schedule. If not, we'll have to come up something. Anyway, send me 3 times that you're available tomorrow. Martin says, how do I find the right girl? That same question, how do I find the right girl, is causing you the problem. You see? That is thought saying that. Don't believe in the thought. Stay here in the present moment. Give attention to the source that is happening. It gives you authenticity. It gives you loving energy. That simply allows you to express the loving. This Moksha Mukti is giving love. This is love, but this is not like romantic love. You see, this is simply love of the existence, expressing. And when someone so-called your girlfriend, future girlfriend, sees that, that will be attracted to you, or you will create a situation for you to find that girl. You see, don't believe in a thought. Simply give attention to the source. Source itself will guide you, and source itself will provide miracle for you to find that girl that you're looking for. And that girl may have already arrived, and you have missed that. You see, but you will find it again. Oh, that was Eulalia. Say, I don't use the messenger. I just send you a message, Eulalia, on your messenger, and you have access to it. And we have chatted via messenger before. You chatted, hello Moksha, happy to join you on Tuesday at 1:22 p.m. And then I gave you thumbs up, and then you gave back the namaste, and now I will send you info. You already have that access, Eulalia. From there we have the schedule. I mean, you have access to it. I don't know what you mean by you don't use messenger. You are using a messenger. You have used your messenger, Facebook Messenger, Eulalia. Yeah, this conference line right now that is provided to you is only if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Okay, this line is not for any other things. And this is I'm trying out how does this work. Moksha Mukti prefers this way because now you see it's a lot easier for his back, a lot easier for him, and he prefers to hear your voice. But it's okay to put comment. There is no problem. You can put a comment there. For example, Anne Flanagan. I think you're from Ireland. It's going to cost some money to call, so it's okay. You don't have to call. Spend your money. Yeah, send me Eulalia. Send me 3 times. That is available for you. 3 times. Day, what date and what time. 3 date and 3 time. It could be in the same day or a different day. Send me 3, and out of that I'll try to fit one schedule and send you all the details. And same if you're Sherry, if you're watching, do the same. And also for Sandra, please do the same.
You entered access code 73668.
And Moksha Mukti has already been spoken for 2 hours. Around 2 hours, Moksha Mukti is going to take 5 minutes. Not 5 minutes, maybe 1 minute break or 2 minute break. So hang on there. If you want to keep on continuing, hang on there, and he's gonna be back after 2 minutes. So at 2 hours, that is like 4 minutes away. He's gonna take a break, get more water, and get some break. stand up and move, because sitting down for too long is not good. So some of you are having back pain or so pain, because you're sitting down too much. But Moksha Mukti is not a doctor. Go ask a doctor, and if the doctor says you can exercise, run. If you can run. All of your pain will be minimized. Moksha Mukti ran today after many days, because after running there was a slight pain physiologically, and that pain disappeared. See, because all the muscles, all the joints, all the things, it needs that exercise. Yeah, Yulilia, send me 3 times, and from there we'll try to come up with a mutual time, and if not, we'll chat again, and I'll send you more time, and we'll go from like that. And in the future, Moksha Mukti, we're gonna come up with a better way to schedule, but right now, it is what it is. Martin says, how do I clear my mind? Martin, if someone tells you that you can clear your mind, they're mistaken. They're telling you lie. You cannot clear your mind, because thought always appears and disappears, It's constantly appearing. The moment you eat food, thought starts coming. Thought is an energy. So there is always something is happening. There's always something going on. Now, why do you want to clean your mind? You see, you want to clear your mind from the garbage that is there. 90% of your mind is the garbage. You see. But the thought, 10% of the thought is always coming, going, appearing, disappearing, and you're collecting. Thought is overloaded. Maybe that's why you want to clear it. And what Moksha Mukti is pointing, simply giving attention to the source, not to the thought so much, but to the source that is available to now. And in there's a possibility for you to cleanse your mind and feel fresh, and simply opening you up. Like all your thought, thinking and believing, thinking is you're collecting thought information, collecting. You are overloaded. You're exhausted by all this information overload, and that is contracting you. And giving attention to the source will open you up, you see, to infinite possibilities. Martin says, I have so many thoughts at the same time, and I get sleepy, avid, and exhaust. Yeah, simply observe the thoughts. Simply observe the thought and try to see the source. You see, inquire, explore. You see, if you just let the thought go, thought's eating you and making you exhausted. Thought is making you slave. Thought is exhausting you. Thought is overpowering you. You see, explore, investigate, inquire, you see, and give attention to that investigation, observation, investigating, observing, and exploring and inquiring. Give attention to that. You see, that itself will not make you sleepy, because you are paying attention. Now thought is over crowded in the mind, and it is giving you, making you feel sleepy, making you exhausted, tired. There's too much information overload, especially now in the computer age, especially this internet age. You see, there's too much information out there. 90% of information, you do not need them, but you want them because you are afraid, hey, if I don't have the information, maybe I'll miss something out. And you keep on loading that, not paying attention to the source. What happens? You are information overloaded, you are contracted, stressed for no reason. Kira Elvira Green says, can I hear you laugh again? Your comment is making Moksha Mukti laugh, Kira, so you got it. Martin Andrews says, thanks, namaste. Namaste, Martin. Kiera. Clara? Oh, Clara, not Kiera. Clara says yes. Sometimes, yes, humor is needed, just like Clara has a humor, and something like that breaks the monotony of this group. And this is true association. Truth is being revealed here. Truth is being pointed here. 99% of the humans are lying to themselves because thought lies to you. Majority of thought lies to you. It's not telling you truth. A 20% battery, so I need to charge the battery. Clara says, now I'm laughing. Hey Clara, you should call on the phone. There's a number provided you, maybe I can hear your laugh also. There's a phone number provided you on the comment section and also provided on top of the page. Martin says, how can I get a bit better at my reading? Martin, are you a psychic reader? Yes, you are. If you are a psychic reader, there were a psychic reader here attending Moksha Mukti's gathering, and I point out the same thing that I point out to anyone else. Either you're psychic or astrologer or healer or anyone, any profession that you are, Moksha Mukti has been pointing you to give attention to the source that is available to you now, and that source itself will guide you. You see. And that source itself will open up your mind, because now 90% of your mind is exhausted, overused, overloaded by information. And how can you receive something? If you can receive something, how can you receive something when there is too much information in the mind? You see? So by giving attention to the source, it allows you to open up, allows you to free all that garbage from your mind, then you are more receptive. You are here in the present moment to receive whatever there is to receive. You see? Tangible and intangible forces. You see? Tangible thing we perceive with our five senses. Intangible thing we don't perceive with our five senses, yet they are affecting us. Even the trillion light years away in a different galaxy, something happens, is directly affecting you intangibly, that you don't see. You see, because we are all one, there is no separation. You perceive all these are separate, you perceive everyone is separate, but in the reality we are all one. You see, all the separateness is perceived by the mind, and you cannot deny that. You cannot deny the separateness that is perceived by the mind, and we have to use that to function in the society. This is my car, this is my house, this is my wife, this is my family, this is my possession, this is my wealth, this is my career, this is my job, so and so forth is identified based on that mental equipment that you have, based on that perception that you have, that is given to you or granted to you or cursed to you. See, and because of that you're seeing the separateness, but in the reality we're all one. You see, and we are all connected.
You entered access code 7366686.
Martin says, haha, how can I stop laughing? I don't know, Martin. It is what it is. People come here in this gathering, they laugh, they cry, tear comes up, tear of joy they report, they laugh, they feel good, they have extraordinary experiences. It is what it is, you see. And Clara says, me neither. Hey, Martin and Clara, both of you need to call on this line, and I can hear a laugh too. Call the number that is provided to you. It's a conference number. Both of you can join. And all of you can join. Those of you watching, all of you can join this number if you have access. If you live in the US, or if you have access to call via free call or cheaper call from your country, if you're out of country. And Moksha Mukti this conference line can take up to 100 callers. So, and he prefers you call online, on the phone, because now you don't have to sit back and read. Reading causes Moksha Mukti back to strain. Don says, I know you didn't give advice, but can you comment on what your feelings as regarding intimacy or relations between a husband and a wife? I love my husband, but I have no longer desire for physical intimacy due to a change in hormones from hysterectomy. So I feel like I am not meeting his needs, and I feel horrible about it.
You entered access code 736686.
Well, Don, that is a really good question. That is going deep, and this requires a deep session to go deeper. Because see, of course, physiological level, what is happening is that it has a duration. Like body wears out. It deteriorates over time because of the environment. 4 things actually: because of the environment, your own thoughts, the food that you eat, and through DNA. So these 4 things are causing your body to age. And in aging, certainly those things can happen. You see, that is the truth. And the other thing that is happening is that your husband, see, there's 2 people in the relationship, and marriage is an institution. And in this situation, Moksha Mukti recommends you go see a counselor to how to deal with a situation like this, because they will probably be able to give you better advice, specific advice what to do. Moksha Mukti is not giving you specific advice. He is simply pointing you to something, and he's pointing you to something that is available to you now, and it is possible for you to have your sexual desire coming back to you. You see, that the physiological level is coming back to you, maybe hormones coming back to you. You see, because in the source, you see, there is a possibility for you to experience infinite possibilities. There's a possibility for you to create miracle in your life. So there is possibility, there is a miracle can happen. It just opens you up to a whole new level. You see, and in there there is infinite possibilities, and out of the infinite possibility, miracle can happen to you. You see, and you have your desire back. But to be specific, seek someone who does this professionally, to do it specifically. You see, they may be able to help you specifically. But what Moksha Mukti is pointing to everyone, because something is already within you. Use that. See, now you're believing in a thought. Maybe your thought is actually exaggerating, your current situation. You see, and you're believing in that thought. You're imagining and maybe making your situation worse off than what really is. So that is making it difficult for you. You see. Hey, someone just joined on the line. Who's there?
Andrew again.
Hey, Andrew, you have another question?
What are your thoughts on sun gazing?
Say that again.
What are your thoughts on sun gazing?
Sun gazing. Hey, there is no thought on the sun gazing. It is what it is. I don't usually actually look at the sun directly, because that may damage your eyes. But I heard some people, they do that, and you see, Moksha Mukti doesn't really recommend doing that. You see, because eyes will tell you, what to look, what not to look. It itself guides you. You see, there's a functionality within you. It itself guides you. Like you see, if you you're body has a reflexes. Those reflexes will tell you something. You see, so when Moksha Mukti looks at the sun, there is a reflection say, hey, don't look at the sun. You see, but some people they do that, and it may damage your eyes. It may not damage your eyes. You see, if there's too much thinking, the thinking can damage it. Actually, what damages you is the thinking. See, but if you want to go and do the sun gaze, there is Moksha Mukti does not say don't do it, but he doesn't recommend it. But if you want to do it, do it. You see, but Moksha Mukti doesn't. He doesn't do it. He doesn't recommend it. He recommends pointing you to something that is available within you, that is brighter than the sun, that is brighter than the star, that is available to you now, and you do not see with your eyes, yet you will see that with your blind eye, just like the blind man can see. With their seeing, you can see the light within you that is brighter than the sun, brighter than the star, and that's what he's pointing out. And of course, you can sit on the sun and get the vitamin D and sit sun's warmth, and you can do all that, Okay, I didn't hear your question again. Say the question again.
Do you mind if I stay on the conference line?
Yeah, you can stay here on the conference line. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have your volume kind of lower. Now hold on, so maybe I can make it louder. So yeah, I need to lower the volume down so there's no noise coming from the phone. But I think you can hear better. Anyway, whatever works for you, you can stay online. Actually, you can. This line is open for 100 people, so there are only like 10 or 15 of you here that are watching now. So it's okay. Ali Javed Dugaro says, I have retina damage from my looking into the sun. I have black spot in my right eye now to this. Yeah, there it is. Andrew, your question is answered. Ali Javed, she said she gazed the sun and she has a black spot in her eyes. So see, even the reflection, you see, you pay attention to the reflection. Reflection itself will guide you because that reflection is connected to the source. The reflection will allow you to reflect. You see, give you reflection. And when you see the sun, Moksha Mukti tells, reflection tells him that don't look at the sun. But someone who did, like Elizabeth, she has a black spot in her eyes. So, so actually Moksha Mukti doesn't recommend that either. So Andrew is on the phone. You also have an opportunity to join this conference line live. That is happening, and the number is provided there on the comment section. You can join in. I can take up to 100 callers. This conference line can take up to 100 callers. So there will be multiple people joining in, especially who is that? Martin and Clara. Hey, you guys need to be on the line so you can laugh. We can all laugh together.
Oh, yeah. That's why I joined. That's part of the reason.
Why take life seriously? There is no need to be serious. Of course, there need to be serious, and the seriousness is actually stemmed from the thought. Thought is saying serious. You see, because the comprehensive collected mind created the society, and the society there is a seriousness to function together as a group of people sanely and intelligently and rationally. And in there, then seriousness is needed. Like someone giving talk like this, you cannot be laugh. But here you can laugh. There is no problem. You see. But sometimes, when Moksha Mukti is talking, then there's those small manner or etiquette is appreciated. If you're joining the call and keep quiet when he's talking. But you can laugh. There is no problem. You can laugh. You can cry. Tears. A lot of people saying they have tears of joy. You see, and someone is just laughing like, wow. I can see all this laughing sign coming up on this little like a reactions. Hey, it's 2 hours and 17 minutes. I said I was gonna leave in 4 minutes, but it's been 20 minutes. So Moksha Mukti is gonna take a 2 minutes break, and he's gonna be right back. Just hang on there if you're interested. Get some water and. Okay, I'm back. Oh, you are still here. Let's see right here. Dawn says, thank you, I appreciate your input and I will look into seeing someone. Of course, Dawn. And also, just FYI, Moksha Mukti also offer one-on-one session. If you want to go through Moksha Mukti, and see, we go deeper because a lot of things could be private here to discuss. So that's why he offers one-on-one session. and you can go request one-on-one session from his website. He has provided the link, and he also offers that as well. Let's see. Martin says, you are so funny, I will laugh in days now. Okay. Yep. Martin says, Elizabeth Durago says, Namaste. Namaste, Elizabeth. Martin says, you laugh is so good, it's stuck in my head. That is good moment. Elizabeth said, so nice to see you, Moksha. Yep, Elizabeth, nice to have you here again. Thanks for joining. And you guys, you are all coming here. I don't want to say you guys, ladies and gentlemen, folks, are joining here again and again. And you see, but what Moksha Mukti is pointing to something that you have already available. Maybe you got the taste of it and you want to get more that is already available to you. Janine says, I have a job interview on Friday. I have been at my current job for 27 years. Any advice, insight? Elizabeth, Moksha, Jenny. I said Elizabeth, but it's Jenny. Jenny, Moksha Mukti is not a career advisor. I would seek career advice in that, but what I see in your comment is that what I see is coming from the thought. You see, that is coming from the thought. Thought wants change. Mind wants change. You see, because mind can be bored. And in the reality, who knows the reality? Maybe that job is good for you, that job is bad for you, who knows? But you can experience if it doesn't feel good. If it's time to move on, it's time to move on. You see, and it doesn't hurt to have a variety. It doesn't hurt to have many options. And in the reality, there are already many options available to you. That's what Moksha Mukti is pointing. In the source, there are infinity possibilities. It just opens you up to many possibilities. So in that sense, yes, having a new job might be what you need, what you're looking for. You see, but Moksha Mukti is not giving you advice. He's simply pointing you to something that is available to you. Simply observe to that, recognize that, experience that, see that, and that itself will guide you. Ali Javed says, I have retina damage, looking into sun, have black spot in my eyes. Clara says, I will join the call. My boyfriend took both phone chargers him to work. He will be home soon, so I shall call then. Hey, who else is on the line besides Andrew? Elizabeth says, I have retina damage, looking into sun. I guess only Andrew is there. Okay, so only Andrew is there. Martin says, how can I see ghosts? Hey Martin, Moksha Mukti does not see ghosts. Moksha Mukti says the ghosts are imagination. And a lot of people presenting those evidence through technology like a video camera or photography. Those are only glitches in the photography revealed. Those are only glitches. Like you see the ghost coming behind you or in front of you, just like you can only capture that in the camera is the technologically glitch. Jenny says, thank you. You're welcome, Jenny. and someone reported, hey Moksha Mukti, your energy is low. It's okay to have a low energy. There's no problem because everything has duration, and you have experienced that here. Moksha Mukti is seen as a high energy and also seen as a low energy. That is exactly who you are. The energy has a duration, and it appears and disappears, and it's okay to be in the low energy. You don't need to be in a high energy all the time. Wanting to be high energy all the time is causing you the problem, and if you're high energy all the time, that is also a problem because you're that consumes the energy. You see.
Hey, Mukti, how many times a day do you eat?
So Andrew asked how many times a day you eat. How many times a day you eat?
Well, right now it's about 3, but I want to get it to around 6.
6 times. I think that's too much. Moksha Mukti.
Yeah, I'm a skinny guy. I need to get bigger.
Oh, okay. I eat about 4 times, like breakfast, lunch, and snacks in the afternoon, and dinner. And light snacks, not big snacks. And everything is low carb. Moksha Mukti, it's low carb. Low carb. I am a vegetarian. Do not eat any meat, eggs, and eat low carb. And do not drink.
Do you smoke weed?
No. Do not smoke any weed. Do not do any drugs. Do not recommend them. Do not do them, because what you have within you is higher. Like a lot of people come back and say, hey Moksha Mukti, are you high on weed? Because the way I am speaking, the way I am talking, the way I am projecting, the way the high is here, the natural high is here, that is seen as I am on meditation or LSD or something. And no, Moksha Mukti does not do any of that, and Moksha Mukti does not recommend any of that. Because something within you, see, the damage is that. What you're looking for, the searching, the source, you see, that damages. Because ultimately what you want is you want to be functioning optimally. You want your nervous system, you want to optimize your sensitivity of nervous system. That's what you're seeking. And when you do all this LSD or weed or something like that, it doesn't optimize your sensitivity. It hampers your sensitivity. And ultimately you are, even through drugs and through that, ultimately you want to come home to the source. And a lot of people, they're coming here in the Moksha Mukti show, and they're saying, hey, and I've been clean for 10 years. I wanted to, it ruined my life. I mean, clean something, So what they're saying to Moksha Mukti, hey, it's not good to be in drugs. Now I am clean. I am this, that. But Moksha Mukti never says don't do it. He never says don't do it. He doesn't recommend it. Only thing I can say is, Moksha Mukti, I don't do it. I don't eat meat. I don't drink alcohol. I don't do drugs. See, Moksha Mukti can say that because it's his body. And his body says it's not, this body is not good to eat meat. This body is not designed to eat meat. That's all he can say. This body is not designed to drink alcohol. That's all he can say. He will never tell you don't do anything. You see, he simply points you to something that is already available. That itself will guide you, and that I know that guidance will tell you all that. But Moksha Mukti never says to anyone, even though some people listening to Moksha Mukti, he will never tell anyone that don't do anything. You see, and from their experience, there's something for you to learn. Learn from that experience. You see.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Andrew. See right here. Dawn says, how do you think about pharmaceuticals? It's possible, there's a possibilities, pharmaceuticals, but Moksha Mukti does not recommend it. But if there is a help, do pharmaceuticals. You see, if the doctor prescribes you, even your body tells you something, like there's a side effect to pharmaceuticals. But certainly you can try herbs, pharmaceuticals, but he recommends herbs over pharmaceuticals. But sometimes pharmaceuticals also help you. You know, like they have a Viagra for men. I'm sure they have something like that for women. You know.
Viagra. Oh man.
It is what it is. You see.
Yeah.
I mean, Moksha Mukti would like to make this context as much as what I say. I'm looking for that word. Finesse. You see, we want to do finesse, but you know, we don't want to go too much deeper. That's why, you know, leave it to finesse. And you know.
But that,
Davarka Ladenko, hey, you are back again on making comments. You were on call earlier. Says, I will join you tomorrow. Thank you. Well, you've been listening. Okay, Davarka. And I hope He bless you again. I hope you and your daughter feels much better than today. And blessings to you, many blessings to you. Namaste. And see, what is happening is that, you see, the thought is exhausting you. When thought exhausts you, then that is draining all your energy. Even the sexual energy is drained out when thought is involved, because thought is exhausted you. You see, because thought is like that. Thought is nature of that. Because thought is powerful. It takes you into that whirlpool, in the merry-go-round, and takes you there. It takes you for a ride. You see. And that ride, like a train ride, it has created many train tracks in your mind, and it feels safe to go through that ride, and you feel safer. Yet you are tired, exhausted, and you're giving into that, and that is probably making you low energy. That is probably making you less sexual. That is probably making you less energetic, tired, exhausted, sick. You see, all of that is causing about thought. But you know, like Moksha Mukti said earlier, there are other factors that also involved in the sickness, like your DNA, your environment, the food that you eat. You know, there are some food that can make you sexual, or some food that you can give you energy. And even eating too much can make you less sexual. Eating too much can make you less energetic. You see, Moksha Mukti eats small portion. You see, maybe that's why he's energetic. Even this energetic wears down. You see, even here, you've been here 2 hours. Those of you are 2.5 hours. You see, there was some time seen as a Moksha Mukti have low energy, because Moksha Mukti doesn't speak when there is no revelation here for him to speak, or there is no comment here. There is no reason for him to speak. He speaks silently, quietly. You see, and for you, that is perceived as a low energy. It is not in the reality, because there is some experiencing going on. There is some observing going on. It appears to you as a low energy. And you wanting to have the high energy all the time is causing you the problem. You wanting to have something good that you experienced before, wanting that same experience again is causing you the problem. You see? Looks like Andrew dropped off. Yeah, you can come in, you can drop off anytime. There is no set rules here in terms of coming in, going in. You know, whenever you feel like going, whenever you need to go, go. No need to be here.
You entered access code 7366686.
Don writes, so I suffer from back and neck pain from herniated disc, and I take pain meds to help with chronic pain. I feel like it's not good for my body, but it helps the pain. I have had 2 surgeries already and I don't want to have more operations. See, that is a painful situation. See, when you are in pain, I am in pain. When you suffer, I suffer, because in the reality we're all one. There is no separation. What you describe is a physiological pain that is coming from the back and neck. Even Moksha Mukti experienced back pain. Maybe there is something here for him to express, for you to know, for you to see the pointers. When he had a back pain, now that pain wanted him to kind of sit in one place, don't move, don't do anything. But if you don't do anything, that pain actually got worse. You see? Then he started walking, then he started running, actually literally running. There was the pain, he was still running. And of course, you ask a doctor before you can run or you can run, because your situation may be different. But Moksha Mukti ran, there was a pain, but the pain disappeared, because the body needed that, I don't know, whatever we need, that the body needed that, and that's what's causing the pain. You see, maybe exercise will help you, diet will help you, you see, and certainly the painkiller is there to help you, to alleviate some of the pain. And Moksha Mukti says, don't do it. Yes, take the painkiller whenever you need it, but you can get off from the pain if you exercise, do diet, and also don't believe in your thought. Thought is lying to you. Thought is saying, oh, you're sick, you do stay in a bed. Thought is saying, you stay here, sit down all the time, don't stand up. You see, thought is telling you all that. You see, and yeah, you can avoid operation, surgery, because when you go to doctor and you tell the doctor this is what it is, and some of those process can be avoided if you do exercise and eat right. But if the doctor sees the result like this, they see that, and they're not going to tell you now go exercise, go do diet, because it's their profession. They have to prescribe a medication, then they have to prescribe procedure. If the requirement says, the government requirement says so and so occurs, that you have to do surgery. Just like Moksha Mukti had a hand pain one time, and he needed to play guitar. He was going into this playing guitar for a big show, and he told doctor, hey, I need to go play this guitar in the big show, I need to have a good hand. So he referred me to a different specialist, and the specialist said, since you don't have this symptom, we cannot give you surgery. So only way you can make you better is give you some medication and prescribe medication. But Moksha Mukti did not take that medication. But he's not recommending you that. Okay, this is Moksha Mukti's case, and each case is different. Each individual is different. So Moksha Mukti, he did not take this medication, and what happened? The pain went away on his own. Simply observing, because now you can also observe, because now your observing energy is taken away by all the thoughts. You see, now you can take back that energy and attention and give that to the observing. That's the source. That source is observing, and that will point you, and that will tell you what to do, and that may be able to avoid that surgery, and that may be able to create miracle for you, open you up to different possibility. And that's what Moksha Mukti points to. And you see, and these are very good questions. Now we are talking from deep experience, life experience, and that's what Moksha Mukti wanting you to talk about your experience. You see, and these are really good questions. And again, Moksha Mukti offers one-on-one session, and this is like a one-on-one session with you, and you are welcome to do that. There is no problem. And Moksha Mukti is going to stay here another 15-20 minutes. In the meantime, we can go one-on-one. You can ask questions like this, and this is maybe helping you. Who knows? Or you can go one-on-one session. You can request one-on-one session, or you can also have an opportunity to share one-on-one session. These are the people they share Moksha Mukti's live feed in different groups or on your wall, and they did it multiple times and they won. There's 3 people out of this 18 people. 3 people won one-on-one session with Moksha Mukti. So we're going to schedule one-on-one session with Moksha Mukti tomorrow or upcoming days. And you also have an opportunity if you share Moksha Mukti's live feed into different pages and on your wall or his videos. So that's just the FYI on the side. Clara says, my energy is very low. I think I don't want to go to work. I just want to stay in my new home and be creative. I paint pictures, knitting, drawing, dance, and sing, but feel very guilty. People think I am lazy. Maybe I am, but I can paint or draw for a whole day without being tired at all. The time just flies. How can I adapt? How can I do what everyone else is doing? Go to work every morning, being as happy and refreshed as everyone else. Okay, that's a good question, Clara. That's a good question. Someone just joined. Who's there on the line?
This is our Ledenko.
I'm sorry, who?
Ledenko.
Hey, Ledenko, Davarka, you're back again. So,
Yes, I do, because I was listening to your medication, and my daughter, Sylvia, she was in hospital,
yes,
and the doctor gave her, they don't listen to me, they gave her too much, this long medication for seizure.
yes.
Now she's not talking. It's very, very difficult now. The medication they give her, the long one for seizures. You hear me?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
Davarka,
now
it's a difficult, yeah, that situation. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, she's very aggressive. Like they put her in a relaxed medication. I don't really like it. Lorazepam 5 milligrams twice in a day, and she's just sleepy. We watching you here, and I have a lot of faith. And that's what keeps me going. She started talking a little bit this morning after you give her, like I said earlier, pray for her. She give me, forget. She said, come here. She want to hold me. And this is what medication really damage the brain worse than she was before.
Okay. Okay, thanks for letting me know that. We will keep praying for you, and you also keep praying, and don't feel sad. It is what it is, you see.
Yes.
Just do your best, because everyone is doing their best. Even the rich people, they're doing their best. Everyone is doing their best.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. I will do one day. I am a friend with you in the Facebook. Maybe I send a picture if it's okay with you, Sylvia. So maybe you can once more and pray for her.
Okay, sure, will do. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye. Bye.
So that was Davarka, expressing her gratitude that her daughter having a seizures, taking a pain medication, and I was talking about pain to who was I talking to? Dawn or someone. I was talking to her, and she said, because of the medication, she wasn't talking. Now she started watching this show, this whatever this happening, this gathering, and because of this, she started talking. Okay, so you see, miracle can be happening here, but Moksha Mukti is not recommending you anything. Moksha Mukti is not giving you medical advice. Moksha Mukti is not telling you anything to do. He's simply pointing you to something that is already available to you now, and simply be here now, give attention to that. That's what he's pointing, you see. And I was reading Clara's question, because I already said earlier that I take phone call questions prior to reading questions, because that is easier for Moksha Mukti's back. So for that reason, I had to get away, because someone was on the line asking questions. Now I'm going to come back to Clara. Hey Clara, okay, so yeah, that happens. Okay, maybe that in the reality, your nature or your expression, your gift is in the painting and drawing, you see. But then you need money. Even you say you bought a new home, you have to pay mortgage, you see. All that you need money to go to work. And Moksha Mukti is not saying don't go to work, so he's not saying anything. See, he's not saying don't go to work. But what he's saying is that your gift may be art and paint, but you can do simultaneously. You can do your job, and you can do this painting on the side, and maybe when it becomes when you start making money from this side job, then you can quit that. You see, quit your work. I'm not saying quit your work, but now you create possibility for you. Now simply give your attention to the source, what is pointing to you, and in there's a possibility for you to open up and create infinite possibilities for you, create miracle for you. Just opens you up, and that's what he's pointing to you. You see. And Dawn says, could you please do quantum prayer for my back and neck heal, please? Okay, Dawn, so since you asked, Moksha Mukti will do quantum prayer. And this is for your back and neck to heal faster. And before he does quantum prayer, Dawn, while you're here, since you are here, I assume you have time, even for 15 seconds or longer. Do not believe in your thoughts, because those thoughts will come back to you. It's in your memory. It's going to come back to you. Do not believe in your thoughts. Simply pay attention to that is observing the thought. In that observation. Okay? Now I'm going to do quantum prayer for Dawn, for back and neck. Done. Quantum prayer is fast, and most of the time quantum prayer is effective. Just like you've heard and you've seen many occasions, people coming back reporting they have improved. Just like person not talking started talking because he's being here. You see, and I've given that I don't recall the name, Davarka's daughter, 2 quantum prayers. Okay, so this quantum prayer for Dawn, that is done. And Clara says thank you. You're welcome, Clara. And enjoy your new house. I know what you're going through. You want to stay home and do work from home because that is your new home. That is, you wanted all your life, right? Or you didn't want it. I don't know the situation, but new home, everybody wants. See, right now it is appearing as a low energy, and it's okay, because when Moksha Mukti does not need to speak, and you perceiving as a low energy, it's not. It's tremendous happening in inner world. You see, and yesterday Moksha Mukti even closed his eyes. And Dawn, artificial meditation may help you. Maybe you want to look into meditation. But what Moksha Mukti pointing here is simpler than meditation. But there are many choices available to you, but he doesn't recommend it, but it is available to you. He simply points you to the something that is available to you now. That itself will guide you. That itself will eliminate all your pain, and that pain will become sensation. And that even the pain is telling you something, teaching you something. You see? Clara says, I love my new home. Okay. Hey, Clara, maybe you can send some pictures. Send some pictures of your paintings and, your home. Dawn says, thank you. I hope and pray that your back is healed as well. Hey, Dawn, my back is healed. 99% are already healed, because, see, it's like again come from thought. Thought is making it not heal. But after this running today, even you can do the same thing. If doctor tells you to do exercise, run. Do a vigorous exercise as far as your body can handle it. You see, in that, a lot of the pain is healed. And this people calling on the phone is making itself a healing, because now what is the cause of the back pain is one of the causes sitting here too long reading this phone. That's what Moksha Mukti realized, you see. That's what he sees in his observation. So even this having phone call, few people calling and asking question like that, it helps. So anyway, namaste. Hey, speak about creativity, Clara. This one is for you. I'm gonna make a scarf now. See, how do I make a scarf? Yeah, there we go. See, now I got a scarf. Before it was a sash, like a sash. Now it's a scarf. Creativity, there is a releasing of energy. You don't need to release your energy one way. There is a creativity, there is a dance, music, exercise, meditation, and sexual activity. So all those will release your energy, you see. And creativity is good. Now I got a scarf.
You entered access code 7366686.
Which one does it look better? Is it the scarf or the sash? Hey, Sandra just shared Moksha Mukti Apollo's post. Hey, Sandra, thanks again. We look forward to meeting with you, talking with you in the near future because you won one-on-one session with Moksha Mukti.
You entered access code 7366686.
I'm reading some of the notices, or what do you call that?
You entered access code 7366686.
Don says, have a wonderful day and thank you for your comments. Bye bye. Namaste. Namaste, Don. Thanks for joining, and I hope you feel better tomorrow or even now. And hope to see you again. Reporting that you feel great, and I look forward to talking and speaking with you. Namaste. And we're gonna stay here for 3 hours, so there's like four more minutes left, or longer. If the conversation arises, may stay here longer. But our goal is to stay here for 3 hours today.
You entered access code 7366686.
And there are only few of you here. And no one commented about my scarf. Which one do you like? A sash on the sideways or the scarf? Like this. Creativity. Time to close eyes. I'm not sleeping, I'm simply conserving my energy.
You entered access code 7366.
And I can conserve my energy if you join in the live chat or the on the conference line. From there it's easier to close eyes and even hear what you're saying instead of reading, opening eyes, expending energy. Clara says she likes the shash. Thank you for your comment, Clara. Just a change, change is good. Creativity is good, just like you are creative. But yes, Moksha Mukti prefers shash also.
You entered access code 736686.
So anyway, it's been 3 hours. It's been my pleasure, or whatever you want to call it, simply authentic being here with you, all of you who joined today, and blessings to all of you, and namaste. We'll see you next time. And I gotta end this session. I'm gonna end this session here. Gotta click end.